Come along as we embark on the final leg of our honeymoon, an unforgettable journey into the heart of a luxury safari escape.
From Michelin-awarded cuisine to breathtaking sunsets to wildlife encounters that nourish the mind, body, and soul, welcome to Jabulani.
Picking up where we left off, we departed Sabi Sands Game Reserve and drove about an hour and a half to Kapama Game Reserve in Hoedspruit, South Africa. This actually puts us just a game drive's distance from the airport, but how can we even think about leaving when we're just arriving and pulling up to this?
Our room wasn't ready yet, so we grabbed a table for lunch by the waterhole. Chef Henlu came out to walk us through the menu. Everything sounded incredible, but we settled on the teriyaki noodles and curry chicken. We also told him we were excited to try as much game as possible during our stay, and he was more than happy to oblige.
As we ate, we were joined by some curious company. Monkeys. Antelope. And even a few warthogs wandering by. Once we checked into our room, don't worry, we'll give you a proper tour in just a bit. It was time for our first game drive, and we hit the jackpot for a few reasons.
First, our arrival happened to line up with most other guest departures, which meant our 6-person vehicle became a private game drive just for us.
Second, our field guide Matt made it even better. We hit it off right away.
And third, we saw everything we hoped to see. Since it was just the two of us, Matt asked if there was anything specific we wanted to find. At our previous safari lodge, we'd already seen the Big Five and more, so most animals were already checked off our list.
Oddly enough, the one thing I wanted to see more of was dwarf mongoose. And sure enough, look what we found. An old termite mound that had been turned into a Ritz-Carlton for this little mongoose family.
Since it was just us, Matt explained that the best sightings happen when you patiently spend time watching the animals, and so we sat quietly for about 20 minutes, watching them dart in and out of the tunnels, a rare chance to see their tiny world in action. Wanting to make the most of our private game drive, we asked to extend our sundowner.
Typically, these last about 20 minutes, a chance to grab a snack, enjoy a drink, take a quick bathroom break, and watch the sunset, all out in the wild. But up until now, we've been so focused on tracking wildlife that we hadn't truly taken the time to soak in an African sunset.
As darkness fell, things took an exciting turn. We witnessed an incredible chase, a pack of hyenas on the move, hunting under the stars.
Back at the lodge, it was time for another world-class meal.
We started with a savory soup, it is winter here after all, and an appetizer of crocodile carpaccio.
For our mains, we tried a local favorite, impala. Yes, the same graceful antelope we'd seen earlier that day. I was worried it might be a bit gamey, but it wasn't at all. It was tender, flavorful, and absolutely delicious. This ended up being my favorite meal of the trip.
We ended the night with a molten lava cake paired with vanilla bean ice cream, the perfect sweet note before heading off to bed.
As morning came, we lucked out again. The other guests hadn't arrived yet, which meant round 2 of our private game drive. Within a couple hundred feet of leaving the lodge, what a sight! Giraffes leading the way, 2 more giraffes, and zebras, all framed by the glowing African sunrise.
Just like the night before, Matt asked what we were hoping to see, since it was just us.
Baby elephants!
And that's exactly what we got.
We stayed with the elephants for a long time. This was my favorite sighting of the entire trip.
The baby elephants were still learning how to use their trunks, which was funny to watch up close.
They also get the zoomies, just like puppies. Look at this little one go. It was such a magical moment, but little did I know, this was only the beginning of our baby animal sightings.
Next up, we spotted a mother rhino and her calf taking a drink at the waterhole. Unlike at Sabi Sands, the rhinos here are not dehorned, which made this a real treat to witness.
We followed the rhinos for quite a while. My husband, for some reason, was determined to see them poop. And like my wish for the baby elephants, he got his wish too.
I guess it's just a guy thing, I don't know. But moving on to a rare sighting, a martial eagle perched on the power lines in Kapama Reserve. The martial eagle is a heavyweight champion of African raptors. It's powerful enough to take down a small antelope. Another bird we saw was the southern ground hornbill, one of Africa's rarest birds and a truly magnificent sight.
It was such a special drive. We never wanted it to end. But when it finally did, it was time for breakfast back at the lodge.
Each morning at Jabulani, we were greeted with a beautiful fruit, cheese, and muffin platter, and we especially love the South African vanilla muffins.
We'd start the day with an orange juice cocktail, then move on to omelets or eggs Benedict, the perfect way to refuel after a morning in the bush. Now that we have a little bit of downtime, let's give you that proper tour of the resort and our room.
When you walk in the resort, the first thing you'll see is the gift shop on your right, and straight ahead, the dining area overlooking the waterhole. There's no formal bar here, but drinks are included and served by your personal butler. Ours was named Songs, and he was amazing. Anytime we wanted a drink, he was there, even if we just called from our room. Speaking of our room, let's head there now. Welcome to our private oasis. Here you'll see a relaxing sitting area, an outdoor area, which we'll get to in a minute, a beautiful king-size bed, an indoor tub and double sinks, and an enclosed outdoor shower. And out here, this is our favorite part. Our private outdoor area with a pool and lounge chairs overlooking the bush. We loved relaxing out here, enjoying the pool, popping champagne, and lounging in our robes between meals and game drives.
Our days followed a perfect rhythm. Morning game drive, breakfast, relaxing, lunch, more downtime, an evening game drive, and then dinner. Most days there was a surprise activity thrown in, and that's what's coming up next. Before heading out on our evening game drive, it's time for our first surprise excursion. The other guests have joined us, so we all hop into the Jeep and head out to meet 3 elephants.
Jabulani is home to a herd of orphaned elephants, and our first experience with them was getting the chance to feed a few of these gentle giants.
While we were getting instructions, a family of warthogs tried to crash the party and sneak some of the food for themselves.
The first elephant we met was Simbakwe, a 40-year-old male, the oldest and largest in the herd. He was incredibly calm and composed. Next was Somapane, the second oldest and the elephant with the largest tusk. He's a bit of a celebrity, having appeared in several Hollywood films, including Holiday in the Wild.
And then there was the elephant who started it all, the one the lodge is named after, Jabulani. His personality absolutely lives up to the legend. He was much more energetic than the first two, and he made sure we understood just how strong elephants can be. He nearly knocked me over.
After our meet and greet with the elephants, it was time for another game drive.
We spotted Cape Buffalo, and just as dusk settled in, an incredible sighting of a massive leopard.
And then, another surprise experience. Instead of dinner back at the lodge, Chef Henlu had something special planned. A bush dinner under the stars.
It was a beautiful celebration of local culture, with music, dancing, and food.
The buffet-style dinner offered a little bit of everything. Kudu, a type of antelope, and my favorite, and even ostrich sausage. Every bite was delicious.
We couldn't get over that most of the food was cooked right in these Dutch ovens, over open flames in the bush. We also enjoyed some great South African wine with dinner. And yes, we may have taken the bottle back to our room afterward.
Morning came and it was time for another game drive.
First up, a lion. Actually, lions. A whole group of brothers lounging after what looked like a big meal. Definitely full and content.
We also spotted more Cape buffalo, graceful giraffes, and plenty of hippos enjoying the water. During our evening game drive, another special treat was waiting for us. A private sundowner with wild giraffes and the Jabulani elephant herd.
As the sun dipped below the horizon, we sipped wine, enjoyed appetizers, and soaked in this stunning view when Brad spotted something in the distance.
Leopard.
What?
Leopard right behind the rock. My shining moment. I spotted a leopard before any of the rangers did. And yes, I had a couple cocktails in me, which definitely made the victory even sweeter. The rangers had us quickly hop in the jeeps to get a better look, and I made sure to bring the drinks along with us.
After that incredible leopard sighting, we got a special behind-the-scenes look at where the orphaned elephants are housed.
Then it was time for dinner, but tonight was extra special. We were treated to a private dinner in the wine cellar. This place truly made us feel like VIPs.
Each course was paired with a South African wine, and on the menu tonight, springbok, another type of antelope. We absolutely loved it. And how cute is this little squash stuffed corn? I might just have to recreate that for Thanksgiving back home.
The next morning, we set out an hour earlier to catch the sunrise. And lucky for us, the Lion brothers have the same idea.
Watching them as the sun came up made the morning absolutely magical. But then, one lion started acting a little strange, drinking a lot of water, and then, well, I don't think I can look.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Oh, poor baby.
He ate something bad, maybe.
Definitely not what we expected, but that's the beauty of safari life. You truly never know what you'll see, including a little lion cuddling afterward.
Next, it was time for our final Jabulani elephant experience. And you guessed it, this one was fantastic as well.
We watched the elephants bathe in the water hole, splashing around and having some fun. Then they coated themselves in dirt. It was incredible to witness up close.
Before we knew it, we only had 2 game drives left.
Our final night drive ended with an amazing sighting of lionesses. Such a perfect way to wrap up our adventures.
When we returned to our room after another incredible dinner, we found a surprise waiting. A box of chocolates, champagne, and a path of rose petals leading to a steaming hot tub.
It was the most romantic ending to our honeymoon stay.
The next morning, we set out for one last jam-packed game drive, complete with more lion sightings.
Afterward, it was time to pack up and say goodbye, but not before enjoying one final meal.
And fittingly, it was fish and chips, the perfect transition as we headed off to London before making our way back home to the US.
This truly was the best experience of our lives so far. Everything went perfectly, and we're so grateful for that. A huge thank you to Selena at First Class Travel for making it all run so seamlessly.
We hope this is just the beginning of many more adventures to share with you. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you can join us on our next adventure.